Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. We're so excited to do this again. We had a wonderful time this afternoon. I think some of you were probably here. We've got a new cast this evening, and we're very glad. They can't wait to get started. We're so happy to be doing live theater again. I just can't even believe I'm standing here. It almost makes me cry. Oh my gosh. So relax and enjoy Triple Trouble.
Where shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with
Macbeth. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
This is stupid.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, come on.
Not again.
I'm sorry, but I'm not doing this.
You promised.
We're almost to the spell.
Do it yourself. This is embarrassing.
You're doing great. There's only a little bit more to go.
I got all this stuff. The least you can do is finish the potion.
What's wrong?
This. I'm wearing a dress.
You look cool.
It's a cloak. This is what witches wear.
I look like a girl.
Well, we are called the Weird Sisters.
Listen, we are doing this. And when we do, your English grade is going to skyrocket.
It can only go up.
I can't wait to the sword fighting scene. Before my body, I throw my war-leg shield. Lay on Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, hold enough.
Language. Besides, I only learned the words for the witch scenes. I can't memorize a new scene before our presentation tomorrow.
We're doing the witches, and that's that. No one will recognize you with your costume on. Now, can we get on with it before these ingredients go bad? Rotten toads and shark stomachs don't last forever.
Ew.
And we've only got enough to do 2 spells, today and tomorrow.
Fine. But when I become the biggest joke in school, I'll be looking for a spell to make myself disappear.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Hark your cries. 'Tis time. 'Tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad that under cold stone, days and nights, has 31 sweltered venom sleeping got. Boil thou first die the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake in the cauldron, boil and bake, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, which is mummy, maw and gulf of the rhyme and salt, sea shark, root of hemlock, digged in the dark. In the dark? You're not digging hemlock in the dark? Add thereto a tiger's chaudron for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Whoa, what's happening?
It's working, it's working.
What's the spell supposed to do?
I don't know, but it's working.
Get back, I think it's gonna blow.
Foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What a smell of smoke. Is this part of the new play, Shakespeare?
Someone must have left the torches to burn down.
We're lucky we didn't lose another theater.
Start fanning the smoke. We have to rehearse. We perform Romeo and Juliet for Her Majesty the Queen tomorrow.
Not Romeo and Juliet again.
We haven't got Juliet. Condell is sick.
Hemmings, you'll have to do it.
I can play Juliet. I'm Benvolio.
You're the only one who's rehearsed the part. He just doesn't want to wear the dress.
And I think the wig's not his color.
10 to your own affairs, all of you.
That will suffice. Benvolio and Juliet never appear in the same scene.
I will need help getting in and out of the dress and wig.
I repeat, Romeo and Juliet again?
It is their most popular play.
The audiences love it.
More importantly, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth loves it.
Well, Richard Burbage, lead actor of the Lord Chamberlain's Men, does not love it. My character dies in the third act. We should do the new play we've been working on.
Yes, the one with all the magic and the fairies.
Where I get to be director.
And I get to be a king.
Yeah, Shakespeare, let's do that one.
Come on, Shakespeare. It's time for a new play. This one is tired.
We're not ready yet. Besides, we don't have enough actors here to play all of the parts.
We have the fairy singers. Maybe they could take a larger role.
They're singers, not actors, and I can't pay them to do more. No, we perform Romeo and Juliet, or we go to the court with nothing at all. How will Her Majesty respond to that, I ask you?
She'll hang us by our necks.
Chop off each of our heads.
Or put us in the stocks.
Or banish us to Wales.
That's what I thought. Now, Burbage, from the top, places!
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands. Sounds! Who's this?
Sorry.
We're sorry.
We didn't mean to interrupt.
Shakespeare, when did you add 3 tiny witches to this play?
What is going on here? Who are you?
Did he say Shakespeare? William Shakespeare?
We're nobody. We're just lost.
We were rehearsing a scene and then, poof, here we are.
Oh, you're actors. No wonder you're wearing such strange costumes. What play are you rehearsing?
Maybe you've heard of it. It's called
Don't say it.
Why not?
Excuse us. Don't you see what's going on? The spell, the smoke. We've gone back in time. And that is William Shakespeare.
The William Shakespeare?
What unusual clothing.
What? It's not a dress. It's a witch's cloak from a...
No!
What is wrong?
It's very bad luck to say the name of the play we're rehearsing. Some say it's cursed.
You haven't written it yet.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, it's never been performed. We hadn't even finished the first scene.
What is this play? Is it any good?
It's really good. It's about a Scottish guy whose wife convinces him to become king after 3 witches predict the future.
Everybody gets killed.
Just left and right killing.
We can perfect our sword play.
Groundlings love the death and mayhem. What do you say, Shakespeare?
That sounds ludicrous. It sounds like something Marlowe would write.
Can we get on with the rehearsal? The song won't last forever.
Sorry, yes. We were just in the middle of our own rehearsal. We have a performance at the royal court tomorrow for the Queen.
Cool.
The Queen? Her royal, high, majesticness?
Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth the First?
Well, yes. First, last, and only, as far as I know.
We're in the 16th century.
Yeah, and it has been for 95 years.
But we will not make it to the 17th unless we perform this play for our Queen, who is very particular about her entertainment. So, if you don't mind...
Oh, of course. We'll be going.
Sorry to interrupt.
We'll just find a way back to our...
Time period.
Can we watch?
What? Excuse us again. Don't you know who this is?
It's William Shakespeare. The William Shakespeare.
Yes, the William Shakespeare who got us into this mess. Shakespeare wrote that little spell we just used. Who else is going to help us get back to where we came from? So can we watch the rehearsal?
Certainly. Why not? In fact, you can be our critics. Get them some stools. Watch some of the play and let the actors know how they're doing. Do you think you can do that?
You are fellow actors after all, right?
Certainly, why not?
What are we watching?
Shakespeare's most famous play, the
The
tragedy.
tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene.
Let us skip ahead. We haven't got much time. We need to work on the balcony scene.
I'll go get my dress.
Don't forget the wig.
In this scene, Romeo has come to see if he can speak to Juliet.
I play Romeo.
He's in enemy territory, since his family, the Montagues, are in a violent enemy feud with Juliet's family, the Capulets.
Soft, what light the yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief. that thou art her maid far more fair than she.
Ay me.
She speaks, oh, speak again, bright angel.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I will no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I speak at this, or shall I hear more?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is not hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name.
I take thee at thy word. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou that does be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I don't know how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had it written, I would tear the word.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place of death, concerning who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here, if they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I have the knight's cloak to hide me from their sight.
By whose direction foundest thou this place?
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Well, then what should I swear by?
Do not swear at all.
Juliet!
Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, and I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. Being in the night is all but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Very good. Well, what do you think?
Good, very good.
And you, what did you see?
See, well, he was talking about names and roses.
True, yes. She, Juliet, was rhapsodizing about the complexities of identity.
Oh, I get it. I should have known by the dress and the wig. And he was saying something about the moon and the night sky, right?
Correct. Romeo was professing his love, swearing by the ever-changing orb that illuminates the night sky.
But it's the middle of the day.
Yes, of course. You don't expect us to perform in the dark, do you now? No one can see a thing.
Oh, of course not. That would be silly.
Take my speech as Mercutio from the second act. In audience, please. Oh, then, I see Queen Mab hath been with you.
Who?
She's a fairy's midwife, and she comes in no shape bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep.
Thwart? What is that?
Her wagon spoke's made of long spider's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers.
Oh, so it's kind of like a bug-like thingy.
And in the state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of me. Thank you, friends. Now, do you see?
Yeah, I think so. So what the actors say sets the scene for the audience.
Well put.
Would you like to try it?
Me?
Of course. You can play the balcony scene.
I would love to see him try it. Poke, get sly.
I don't know the words. Is there a script?
No script is needed. Now that you've seen it, you can do it extempore.
I'm not sure about this. What part should I play? Romeo?
No, you'll take on the role of Juliet, and I will continue as Benvolio. To the balcony.
But soft, what light the yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that art her maid far more fair than she.
Ah, me.
She speaks, oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? I remembered that part. Forget about your stupid name, and if you do, I'll do the same.
Do I speak at this, or do I hear more?
Who cares about names? Montague? Mongoose? Mongolia? Why does it matter? If I had a rose and I called a skunk, it will smell like a rose.
I take thee at thy word. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
Who are you?
My name, dear saint, it's hateful to myself. I don't know how to tell thee who I am. If I had it written, I would tear the word.
How did you get here? If anybody sees you, they'll kill you.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Do not swear on the moon. It changes every month. Full, half, waxing, waning. I learned that in science class.
Well, then what should I swear by?
Do not swear at all.
Juliet!
Hang on, I'll be right there. Gotta go, be right back.
Oh, blessed, blessed moon. Night, being in the night is all but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Ta-da!
Good.
I wasn't as photic as Romeo here.
The first step is to understand your part, and so often it's much simpler than we think.
We should put all these young actors in our play.
Clearly they have potential.
We could use them in the crowd scenes.
Yeah, and not to mention the duel scene ones.
An excellent thought. Have you ever engaged in Mortal Kombat?
Oh, I hate video games.
I think he means sword fighting.
Yes, they can take on the roles of Abraham and Balthazar.
Fetch them sides and swords.
Wait, what? You want us to sword fight? Cool. No, not cool. We've never fought with swords before.
It's the magic of the theater. Just pretend you know what you're doing.
Here you are. You'll be playing the role of Abraham, one of Lord Montague's men. And you'll be playing Balthazar, Romeo's servant. Sadly, you don't speak.
I'm a fighter, not a talker.
Yes, just so. You enter from there.
Draw thy sword. Here comes two of the house of Montague.
My weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
I will frown as they pass by.
Nay, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
What? Say your line.
Oh. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on our side if I say A?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good as men as you.
No better.
Yes, better.
You lie.
Draw if you be men. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
This will never work. I'm telling you, Shakespeare, it's time to try out our new play. A Dream at Midsummer's Eve.
A Midsummer Night's Dream, but it's not ready yet, especially not for the Queen.
It's wonderful, William.
And now we have actors to fill out the cast.
Yes, we need a fairy to play the scene with Pope as Puck.
And actors to play actors in our merry band of actors.
Come on, you know the Queen favors magic.
Come on, Shakespeare. Come on, please.
Very well, very well. We will work these young actors into our play. But we must hurry. We only have the rest of the day to practice. Tomorrow we perform before the Queen.
I'm not sure we can stay until tomorrow.
Don't be ridiculous. How often does an actor get to perform for royalty?
Before the ladies and gentlemen of the court.
And besides, the food is exceptional.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yeah, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
There is no time for this squabbling. Let us begin. Burbage, you take these players to the tiring room and rehearse the rude mechanical scene. Puck, Oberon, and Titania, you stay here with me. You'll be playing a fairy who serves the fairy queen, Titania. Enter from here. Actors, take your places.
How now, spirit, whither wander thee?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spheres, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight to heed the queen. Come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, that they never meet in grove or green. By fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into their acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he, that frightens the maidens of the villagery, misleads night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you sweet Puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest to right, I am that merrier wanderer of the night, but from fairy, here comes Oberon!
And here my mistress, would that you were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous, Oberon? Fairies depends.
Tarry, rash wanton, how long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will, patiently dance in our rounds, and watch our moonlight revels go with us. If not, Shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature it sees.
I'll put a girdle about the earth.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, wolf, or bull, she shall pursue it with the soul of love.
Come now, roundel and fairy song. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs, be not seen. Newts and blindworms, do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen.
Never harm nor spell nor charm, sing our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby.
Weaving spiders, come not here, hence you long-legged spinners hence. Beetles black, approach not near. Worm or snail, do no offense. Hush, she sleeps.
All is well, hence let us away.
Rude mechanicals, that is your cue.
Are we all met?
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them, generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's the scroll of which every man's name is thought fit through all of Athens to plan our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what your play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. And a Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as Snug calls you.
Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
Eunuch Bottom are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms, I will condole in some measure. Come tears confound, out sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus, I that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky, tongue lose thy light, moon take thy flight, now die.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering maid?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? O Pyramus, arise! Speak, quite dumb. Dead, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, these cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. His eyes were green as leeks. O sisters three, come to me. With the hands as pale as milk, lay them in gores, and you have shore with shears as thread of silk. Tongue not a word, come thirsty sword, come blade, my breast imbue. Farewell, friends, this is the end. Adieu.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Robin Starveling, will play the moon. You will come in with a lantern and say you present the person of moonshine.
This lantern doth horn the moon present. The man in the moon I do seem to be. Wait, that's it? No sword?
No sword.
Come, Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Snout, will play a wall. We need a wall for Pyramus and Thisbe. Says the story did talk through the chink of a wall.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly.
And Snug, you the lion's part.
Wait, will not the ladies be afraid of the lion?
You ladies whose gentle hearts do feel the smallest monstrous mass that creeps the floor, we now perchance both quake and tremble here. The lion's wildest range doth roar. Then know that it is I, Snug the joiner.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a gentlemanlike man. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin.
What hemping homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, thy dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Ear plate here. I will follow and make some mischief.
Must I speak now?
I, Mary, must do, for you must understand that he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Must radiant Pyramus, must lily, white of hue, of color, like the red rose on triumphant briar, as true source that yet would never tire, meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nina's tomb, man. Why is it that you not speak that yet? Pyramus, enter, your cue is past, it is never tire.
Oh, as true source that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous, oh, strange, we're haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
O Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear, I am not afraid.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
Are you sure we can be here? I'm afraid the queen will put us in the stocks if she finds out. I hadn't thought of that. Yes, maybe we should go back.
You can go if you want, but I'm staying here. I came this far and I'm not turning back now.
Catherine, I can't tell if you're brave or foolish. But I guess the queen must be halfway here by now. I guess we'll just have to take our chances. But I've never been on an adventure before. It's so exciting. I can't believe my cousin Tooley's playing a lion. He's the most unlion-like person I know. Yes, he's funny. I wonder what they'll give him for a costume.
Well, Burbage is certainly playing his conceited self. Last week, I was coming out of the apothecary, and he knocked me right over and didn't even stop.
It's fitting that he turns into a donkey. Hopefully the magical Brigantales stay that way. Who is the new boy, the one in the weird cloak? I've never seen him before.
Yes, he looks like he's from someplace else. He's a good actor, though. Maybe we can meet him after the performance.
What are the three of you doing here? Why aren't you with the queen?
We're having an adventure. We wanted to see the Chamberlain's men in rehearsal.
Ladies in waiting and element of adventures, especially big actors.
But my cousin is playing a lion.
Well, the queen is in a dangerous mood. I suggest you don't let her catch you out and about without her permission. Juliet, get back! Make way! Make way for her rescue! Make way for the queen! Intriguing, Shakespeare. Was that a donkey's head I saw? What do you think, Cecil?
Very entertaining as you say, madame.
A donkey's head? How amusing.
I think you look sweeter, Dudley. Why don't you try it on? I'm not sure it's his color.
But the shape is perfect.
That's enough, all of you.
Thank you for coming, Your Majesty. What brings you to our lowly little theater?
Oh, I like to get out and about. Cecil, a chair, please. It gets so tiresome at the royal residence in Greenwich. And what better place than the theater for much needed change of scenery? Isn't that right, Dudley?
Change of scenery, Your Majesty. You're too funny.
An extraordinary sense of humor indeed, Your Majesty.
I don't get it. Why is it funny?
You know what a passionate patron of the arts Her Majesty is.
And we're so thankful for your patronage.
As you should be.
What have you been working on, Shakespeare? Something intriguing, I presume.
It is a magical new play called A Midsummer Night's Dream.
A dream, is it? We love magic, don't we, Dudley?
Indeed we do. We specialize in the magical at court.
We love the science of alchemy.
Anything with potions and spells.
And also all things astrological.
Master Shakespeare, is there any astrology in this new play?
Not as such, Your Majesty, but many of the scenes take place in a magical forest under the stars.
We can hardly wait to see it.
Oh, you won't have to wait long. We'll be presenting the play at court tomorrow.
What? This play?
The one with the donkey's head and the fairies?
Oh no, we can't have donkey heads at court tomorrow.
Exactly, Cecil. That's why I've come here to see you today, Shakespeare. To make a request. No, not a request exactly.
A command.
Yes, that's it. Thank you, Cecil. A command. A command performance, if you will.
You see, Shakespeare, the Queen will be entertaining several important political allies tomorrow.
They are stuffy and boring to a man. Boring and old to a man.
Most of them walk with a cane.
It's very sensitive and important information that the stability of the kingdom can hang in the balance. We cannot make a wrong move.
We must negotiate from a strong position and show them our political prowess.
Yes, and so I want them to see something historical. Perhaps you could perform something with battles and political intrigue.
I see. We could remount Richard III or Henry VI?
No, nothing about the Yorks or the Lancasters. Awful families.
Dreadful Plantagenets, those nasty roses. Far too many Henrys for my taste.
But my uncle's name is Henry, and I love roses.
Besides, we've already seen this place, so there's excitement and power in the room to cower to our guests.
Perhaps we could do something about your father, King Henry VIII?
Oh, no, goodness, no. You don't even have enough actors to play his many wives.
What about the Scottish play?
Who said that?
Who spoke about being called on?
One must not speak to the Queen unless spoken to.
Shall I have the actor set in the stocks, Your Majesty?
I can handle this, Cecil. I'm sorry, did you say the Scottish play? I hope you're not referring to my cousin Mary.
The traitor who believed herself to be the rightful Queen of England.
Mary, Queen of Scots, was executed a short time ago.
Yes, it seems that in her confusion about who the real queen should be, she somehow managed to lose her head. Is that what you meant by the Scottish play?
The Queen has asked you a question. I suggest to make a swift and compliant answer.
No, I was referring to the play that Mr. Shakespeare has been working on. The one about the Scottish king named
Apparently it's bad luck to say the name of this play.
And does this Scottish play contain magic and donkey heads?
Magic, yes. Donkey heads, no. But it does have historical drama, political intrigue, and military strategy.
I see. We shall see it. Our guests will be tremendously amused. We shall see you all tomorrow. Let us go, Dudley.
Make way for Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, make way for the Queen.
Are you stark raving mad? A Scottish play with magic, warfare, and political intrigue? We've heard of anything so ridiculous. And now we have to prepare it for the Queen, the royal court, and a group of military dignitaries in less than 1 day. It cannot be done.
It can.
You have condemned us all.
She'll have our heads.
We'll be a laughing stock.
We'll never work again.
We can't present ourselves at court. We should run away.
Run away? Where can we go? The Queen is expecting us at court tomorrow, and here we are without a play.
We have a play.
What play?
There is no play.
This play, Macbeth.
If we weren't cursed before, we are now.
This is the play we were working on,
The play that brought us here in the first place.
and the only hope to getting back to where we came from.
Macbeth, did you say? It sounds so familiar. almost as if I had thought of it myself. May I?
This play, Macbeth, does it have a part for me?
Yeah, probably the best part you'll ever play.
Tell me more.
Okay, here's the deal. Duncan, the King of Scotland, is fighting a war against Norman Ireland, and things are going very well.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
Banquo hears the prophecy of the three witches.
That's us.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth. Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start seem to fear? Things that do sound so fair. In the name of truth, are you fantastical? Or that indeed which outwardly show?
Hail!
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 Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
The problem is, there's already a king, and he comes to spend the night at Macbeth's castle, where he meets Lady Macbeth, Macbeth's wife. She decides that Macbeth must kill him and take the throne. That's when things get messy.
I have done the deed.
My hands are blue color, but I shame to wear a heart so white.
So Macbeth becomes the king, but he doesn't feel safe. Remember the witch's prophecy about Banquo and his sons? Well, Macbeth tries to have them murdered too.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Oh, treasury, fly!
Banquo's son escapes. Another general named Macduff is suspicious of Macbeth, so Macbeth hires some more murderers to have Macduff's wife killed.
Whither should I fly? Along with Macduff's whole family.
We won't have any actors left after all this killing.
Well, all the killing is making Macbeth feel guilty. He starts seeing things like Banquo's ghost. Ooh! Ah! And he starts to go a little bit crazy.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle? Toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee in form as palpable as this, which I now draw. Thou marshalst to me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes have made the fools owe thee the senses, or else worth all the rest.
Well done, Shakespeare.
What happens next?
Yeah, well, in the end, Lady Macbeth goes crazy.
Here's the smell of the blood. Still, the perfumes of Arabia will not swing in this little hand.
Macbeth kills a few more people.
What is thy name?
My name's Macbeth.
Macduff gets revenge for his family.
I have no words. My voice is my sword.
And Duncan's son, Malcolm, takes over.
So thanks to all, and thanks to all at once.
The end.
It's a fine piece of work.
And it goes by so quickly.
Well, it is Shakespeare's shortest play.
What's that? What did you say?
Did you say Shakespeare's play?
Yes, did you say Shakespeare's play?
Well, here's the thing.
I agree with Richard. It is a fine piece of work. And if we're to get ready so quickly, we have our work cut out for us. Everyone, get in his costume. Fetch some swords. We will need to work through the night, so be sure to have fresh torches ready.
You know, don't you?
Macbeth, a play in 5 acts by William Shakespeare.
Originally performed in 1604 by the King's Men.
Nearly 10 years in the future. The King's Men?
King James I.
Do you mean to say that she...
Natural causes. She didn't lose her head.
Let us not share that information with Her Majesty.
We shall not.
Are you going to be okay?
You're taking this all very, very well.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't read it myself. It's good to know that I live to be 40 years old.
Actually, you make it all the way.
I don't want to know. We better hurry. We only have the rest of the day.
Elizabeth, make way for the Queen!
Miserable weather. Sorry to be late. Thank you and welcome to the Royal Court at Greenwich. Cecil.
Thank you, Your Majesty. As you all must know, Her Royal Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, has invited you here this evening to witness a new play presented by the Lord Chamberlain's men.
Unfortunately, the Lord Chamberlain has been unotherwise detained.
He was unexpectedly but called away.
On very important business, we are certain.
I thought he got sent to the Tower.
Since the Lord Chamberlain has been detained, how about Master Shakespeare present his new play?
What a grand idea, Dudley. William, Master Shakespeare, can you come forth into our cousins for an introduction?
Your Majesty.
Tell us about this new and exciting play we are about to witness. As I recall, it is both foreign and mysterious in its origin, much like many of the visiting dignitaries here today.
Your Majesty, you're too funny.
Your Majesty is such a wit.
Oh yes, the merriest of the quipsters.
Don't you agree, Master Shakespeare?
Yes, of course. You are right, my lady. Your Majesty, the play, which we've only very recently conceived, is the story of a Scottish king and his ascent to power. Through the uses of deception, corruption, witchcraft, and murder, you will witness the rise and fall of a tyrant and his unscrupulous wife. A kingdom will be brought to its knees by their overwhelming ambition and greed.
Oh, it sounds fascinating and all too familiar. And what is the name of this tyrannical king?
He shares his name with the title of our play. The Lord Chamberlain's men present in service of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, for your enjoyment, the tragedy of Macbeth.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. O worthiest cousin, we are pleased to see you.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness' part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state, children and servants.
I have begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
O fair noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your Highness, we are honored to have you as our guest.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure. By your leave, hostess.
Where shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the setting sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with
Macbeth! Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air. Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
her pure cries, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad the under cold stone, days and nights, as 31 sweltered venoms sleeping got. Boil thou first die the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake in the cauldron, boil and bake, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, which is mummy, maw and gulf of the brown salt sea shark, root of hemlock, dig it in the dark. Add thereto a tiger's chaldron, pour the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
It's happening again! It's working! It's working!
Do you think it'll get us home?
I hope so.
What are you three doing to my play?
Look out!
Where did those witches go?
Maxie doesn't say we must
I'm out of here! Make way for romance! Elizabeth! Make way for the queen! What happened?
Are we home?
This is where it started.
Did that really happen?
It seems like, I don't know, a dream.
I wouldn't believe it unless.
It really happened.
We were in the 16th century.
We met William Shakespeare.
The William Shakespeare.
We acted with William Shakespeare.
And the Lord Chamberlain's men. Don't forget about them.
We performed for Queen Elizabeth.
I know, I was there.
Hey, listen to this. My dear friends, the Weird Sisters.
That's us.
Jinx. I write this as we prepare for tomorrow's performance before the Queen. I want to thank you for your contribution to our endeavors and wish you well in the future. I hope that the time you spent with us was as enlightening and enjoyable for the three of you as it was for me.
I am returning your copy of Macbeth along with this inscription. I will not be needing it, for it seems that I know it by heart. Imagine that. Do not worry about the completion of the performance. The other actors can take on the roles of the three witches for the remainder of the play. And if we have any trouble explaining your disappearance, we can always convince the audience and the Queen that you fell prey to Macbeth's curse.
You'd be surprised how willing people are to believe in that kind of thing these days. In conclusion, I wish to tell you how pleased and proud you have made me feel. My plays, it seems, will survive as long as young actors like yourselves continue to believe in them. Words, actions, and just the right amount of magic and mystery. Yours, William Shakespeare.
Oh, and by the way, I'll be making some changes to the witch's spell in case you had any ideas about trying it again. So don't go digging hemlock in the dark. Unless you want to come back someday.
Wow. It's so amazing. I have to tell you, if we had time, I would bring everybody else up here and I would go through and tell you an individual story for each one of these people and how they've grown and changed and managed their academics and worn a mask with a microphone. Oh my God, I didn't even know that was possible. And learned their lines and handled Shakespeare and worn costumes that were very different than the ones that they've ever used before and rehearsed endlessly, but only gotten half as much rehearsal as they would have if there hadn't been a big double cast. I just got to tell you, I am so proud of all of you, and I'm so, so sorry to put this one to bed. But I hope that it remains a really amazing, amazing memory for you of the power of living theater. Thank you all for coming. Have a good night.